for us, like I'm saying, to speak to that point is, don't forget that, because that's really not the goal. The goal is not to be successful and famous. Right. That's not the goal. The goal is, if you have a specific God-given ability, is to live your life out through that. Right. One. And two, we have a responsibility to push the conversation forward until we're all equal. Until we're all equal in this place, because until everyone's free, no one's free. And that's just the fact. They'll be who they are, right? And it's just certain tools that you would hope for your child to have. You know, like, again, fairness and compassion and like empathy and a loving heart. And those things translate in any environment. Those are the main base things that you want. Well, for me, I would want my child to have, you know, to treat people as they are, no matter who they are, no matter where they sit in the world. Not to like be super nice to someone at a high position, or mean to someone who they deem to be below them. I can't buy you love. I can't show it to you. I can show you affection, and I can, you know, I can express love, but I can't put it in your hand. Right. I can't put compassion in your hand. I can't show you that. Right. So the most beautiful things are things that are invisible. That's where the important things lie. That's who I am. And I've done it from the beginning of my career. Two things, you know, one, no one knew the characters, so it wasn't as impactful, you know, and two, it wasn't coming from a place that was as evolved. And it's very difficult, you know, it's hard. It's hard to hear songs back. It's hard to perform songs, but I feel it's the most important work that I've done, and I'm very proud of it, and the effect that it's having on people. And even like the studio sessions, you know, we were having 4-hour conversations after playing one song. I learned so much about people that was around me, just my friends. I learned things about them that I didn't know, that in 20-year relationship, just from this one song. So I knew it would have that sort of impact beyond myself. It's my responsibility as an artist to go to these places. Rap is competitive, you know, it's a competitive sport. Each time I went out, I put my career on the line as well, you know, like that, you know, it could have happened to me, you know, and everybody wanted it to happen, like, they did. It was a time where it was like, please let this guy go away. So, you know, that's just the nature of rap. It's competitive, and, you know, every time you go out there, you're putting your career on the line. Most kings get their head cut off. But yeah, I'm inspired by, you know, life and all sorts of things. You can say something right now and it would inspire me to write a song or something to happen. You know, most kings just happen to be inspired by Basquiat drawing, you know, the drawing, and you had the most young kings get their head cut off on the bottom. And I looked at that and I was like, it's powerful. You know, just the statement in itself, you know, lends itself for a song. Song starts inspired by Basquiat. My chariot's on fire. Everybody took shots, hit my body up, I'm tired. And then it's just, they build me up to break me down, to build me up again. They're like, oh, we need you back so we could kill your ass again. You know, it's like this thing, this love, hate thing that the world has with success, period. It deals for the most part with success. It deals with people who you started your life off with and what success does to them. People look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same, like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change. People change around you because they start treating you different because of your success. So you are changing. You don't change who you are, the core of who you are, the things you believe, the things you love, and the things you die for, and your principles. You don't change that, but you're going to change who you are. You're going to change, you know, you can't do the same things that you can't hang on the corner. Some people may not be comfortable with that. And then it deals with the other side of success, how people look at you when you're successful. Media medals, people sue you, settle. Every step you take, they remind you get it. So no matter how far you are, you still have that stigma on you of where you come from when you walk inside the door. Even if you have a tuxedo on, it's like, oh yeah, that's the guy who used to be this and did that. Most kings get their head cut off. Right? I mean, in war, battle, and in life, at the end of the day, you've achieved everything you want. You've made it to the top of the throne, and at the end of the day, you just get your head cut. I feel honored to be in these situations that I could use my voice and do the things I do. You know, it's an extension of my family. It's like the things that I do. I tell my family all the time. I tell my grandmother, my mom, you know, they're proud. They're super proud and strong women, and they won't ask me for anything. And I say, man, you know, there are times where I don't want to get my picture taken, and I want to eat, and you know, paparazzi like take photos in your face and screaming at you and like taking pictures, and you can't take your kid to the park. And I'm like, those are the sort of things that give the reason why I'm okay with it, and why I can cope and live with these things without, you know, much as a complaint. It's the things that it allows me to do, the spaces that it affords me, the rooms I'm allowed to go in as myself. I walk in every room as myself. I don't walk in any room as anyone else. I'm not cowering. I'm not speaking soft. My voice doesn't change. It sounds exactly the same way. I'm walking as myself and proud, and I speak for us, and that gives me a joy. I'm honored to be in those rooms, and so yes. Reckless with your time before, you just, you know, all over the place, and then, you know, you have to. What are you leaving your house for? You know, like every second that you spending away from the development of these people that you brought here, that you love more than anything in the world. So what are you going to spend that time on? So that changed a lot. That changed practically everything. It's like really like things don't happen to you, they happen for you. That's life. Everything is life. It happens for you. Everything is for your greatest good. No matter what it looked like. I mean, you know, they say you want to make God laugh, tell them your plans, right? You can't control the future. I mean, you can control it up to some point. You can't control what others do. You can't control anything. Someone can run a red light, and that's the end of everything. You know, you only can control what you can control. So things don't happen to you, they happen for you. So when you look at those situations, I had a similar situation with my pop not being around as well. And then, you know, what cracked the code for me was like really, like, what was he going through? I took it like
that perspective.
Yeah, it was like it's happening to me. He's doing this to me. And when I looked at it from his position, like my dad wasn't around, and you know, all these things happened. And then when I took a further look, my uncle, his younger brother got killed. So he spent all his nights like looking for and the cops didn't do anything. So the killer's like roaming the neighborhood. So he's going out in the middle of the night, and he's looking for the guy who killed his little brother, right? But he has a family. So my mom is looking at him like, what you want? She don't have the language or the tools to tell him, man, we love you. We don't want nothing to happen to you. We need you, right? So how it comes out to her is, where the hell you going? You got kids here. And how it sounds to him is, you want me to choose between you and my baby brother,
you don't give a shit
who
about
I was
my baby
supposed
brother.
to protect, right? Now there's the fracture, right? So among other things, you know, there's relationship, and there's their relationship, not ours. Not ours as children, it's their relationship. So there's a fracture in that relationship, and you know, things happen, and you're a result of those things. So you feel like, boy, dad's not around. It would have been dope if he'd have been able to take me to a baseball game and all these things. And then life on top of that. Like, he can't get a job. You know, the guy at the office is cursing him out, making him feel less than a man, but he got to take it because he needs the $12.50 an hour. He needs the $6.50 an hour at that time. You know what I'm saying? So life beating him down. So he comes home, he's defeated. He don't, you know, he's supposed to pick you up on Saturday. He's exhausted. You know, like, so we don't factor those things in.
You don't look at things through those lenses.
Yeah, so, you know, seeing things from other people's perspective, is the answer to you. It's a long answer, but seeing things from other people's perspective and what other people are going through, you know, it helps me a lot. You know, it helps me a lot. Even part of being who I am, you know, but definitely a lot of therapy, a lot of, looking at yourself and wanting to grow, because we've been taught everything. I've been taught everything but emotional intelligence.
Wow.
You know, that's not what you're taught as a young man growing up in the projects. You're taught to survive.